I thought this would be an interesting place to start this. So I saw this YouTube short, and he'll start off by saying Joe Rogan is terrible at stand up, which is true. I tried the Netflix one. What was it? Like Move the Boats or something like that? What was that called? Now, I think the first thing you have to understand is why Joe Rogan is not a funny stand up comedian is because he's not being authentic. Why is he a good podcaster? He's a good podcaster because he's pretty much authentically himself when he's talking to people. And he's a good listener, and he'll explore topics that the person is known for in a very organic, conversational way where he's authentic at that and he's good at that. Why is he not good at stand up? He's not good at stand up because he's not authentic. There is a stand up comedian named Kinnison, and Kinnison was a stand up comedian that in the 80s, before he became a stand up comedian, he got a head injury from a car accident, was never same again. You've heard that before, right? After the head trauma, they were never the same again. And then in the 80s, he was addicted to cocaine. So a combination of a head injury and cocaine, he was very screamy. He was screamy because it was authentic. It was part of his personality, and he was able to embellish it in order to get an audience. Okay? Well, Joe Rogan absolutely worshipped Kinnison to the point where he adopted Kinnison's shtick, but because it wasn't authentic, it's also fake, and it really is not funny, and it really is cringy. Joe Rogan's stand-up is really bad. It's because there's no authenticity, and he's a bad copy of someone that was authentic. Look at copycats. So I'll give you another example. If you look at Jacksepticeye and you look at Markiplier, what you're looking at is a copy and paste job of PewDiePie. There's other examples like, say, Kurt Cobain. Kurt Cobain's sound, which, well, actually, what was that band? There's a band actually where he kind of ripped on, but then he got really famous for it. Kind of think about Markiplier as more famous than PewDiePie now. But the troves, the ocean of Kurt Cobain emulators was never ending. And a lot of it was really tired and boring and stale and bad. Well, a lot of times emulation is tired, boring, stale, and bad compared to an original. Kinnison is an original. Joe Rogan is a tired, bad copy. And if you're a tired, bad copy of someone screaming who's on coke and had a head injury, it's actually pretty cringy. So now to begin with this, yes, he's correct. He's a bad stand-up comedian. But there's some nuance here. There's some nuance here that I want to pick at. And I don't consider it nitpicking because this is a question of material versus talent. And I think talent trumps material every time. We'll get into that in a second. When they get into the you can't do this and ever be funny, this is where I actually have a disagreement with us.
Get on up. Get on up.
No. And by the way, when you see someone moving around like that on stage, I will bet you every penny I have they're not funny.
Is that the equivalent of a guy stool?
And you know what they're not actually saying here? If they are referring to him directly, but not directly, that's pretty passive aggressive, actually. These people are being pretty passive aggressive.
There's just a whole compilation of it. It's quite interesting.
He likes bars, he says.
Okay, when he does that, the walk and then knocking the stool over like that, that's not funny. That's like full retard trying to be funny. Granted, but here's where I beg to differ on something. He likes jokes, he doesn't like stool fucking. Well, fucking a stool could be the punchline. Like, for instance, stool is a synonym for poop. If you had some anal sex joke related to stool and someone was confused, a comedy of errors, and they fucked a stool, I'm not saying that's funny. I'm not saying I'm the man for the job to make fucking a stool funny. I'm not going to make it funny today. But here's where I have an issue with the idea that fucking a stool can't be funny. Dude, peanuts on an airplane, okay? That is the all-time biggest metaphor that people use for bad stand-up. They were talking about the size of the serving of peanuts on an airplane, okay? That has become synonymous for bad jokes. You know who is able to sneak in peanuts on an airplane and make it hilarious? And I know he did it on purpose. I know this comedian said peanuts on an airplane couldn't be done. Now check this out. And he just smoothly and casually inserted peanuts on an airplane through a stand-up bit. And it worked so good. I know what he was doing. He was flexing that he could make peanuts on an airplane funny. A really good stand-up comedian can make anything, including peanuts on an airplane or stool, fucking funny. It was Ricky Gervais. Before I move on and I don't cite the comedian, Ricky Gervais is a talented enough comedian. If you took Ricky Gervais by gunpoint and you said you're going to go out on stage and you're going to pantomime fucking a stool, and it is going to be freaking hilarious. People are going to genuinely, authentically laugh, and we're going to have them set up onto wires to make sure the part of your brain that stimulates laughter is being stimulated, and it's not fake laughter. And here's you by gunpoint. You're going to make it happen. Ricky Gervais could make fucking his stool funny. Why? Because unlike Joe Rogan, Ricky Gervais is talented enough. He is a comedian that is one of the best comedians that has ever lived. He's not my favorite. He's not the greatest of all time, but he's in a pool of probably 20 or 30 comedians that have existed. He really is that good, and he really is that talented. And if you watch and pay attention to his routines, he's at the top of his game, and he does some really unique stuff. He does subliminal stuff, like, I'm going to talk about peanuts on an airplane and I'm going to be funny. Fuck you. I could do what I want. He's such a good comedian that he's going to do the thing you shouldn't do. He's going to do it in your face. You're not even going to realize it. You're going to laugh. That's how good he is. Ricky Gervais could do a routine fucking a stool and it would be funny. So this is where they're going to say you can't fuck a stool on stage and be funny. I beg to differ. Ricky Gervais could do it. Robin Williams has probably fucked a stool on stage. Especially, there's coked and uncoked Robin. Coked Robin has done it. Coked Robin has had children with stools. He has impregnated several stools on stage, no doubt, because the Robin Williams energy is authentic to Robin Williams, and his energy is the kind of energy that would fuck a stool on stage. And you wouldn't even recognize that he did it, because Robin Williams, as a stand-up comic, so effortlessly did the chaos that if anybody else did it, it wouldn't work. But it worked because it was Robin Williams.
I haven't seen this.
Pumping air.
Yeah.
I would just go, not funny.
No.
It was just like, it was a sign of like.
No, I mean, dude, the twisting around and then giving himself a reach around. Here's the thing. This is why it's not funny when Joe Rogan does it. There's an energy of I'm trying hard. There's a try hard energy when he's bumping uglies, when he's bumping metal on metal with the legs of a stool. There's a try hard feeling behind it. He's trying very hard to be funny. So funny, one of the things about funny is it's effortless. Watch Mike Tyson be angry, he's funny. Watch Mike Tyson try to act funny, it makes you angry. Okay, when Mike Tyson tries to be funny, it makes you angry. When Mike Tyson is angry, it makes you laugh. Why? Because the humor comes from a natural aspect of his personality. The way that you see Joe Rogan twisting around to the left, twisting around to the right, giving himself a reach around and then walking weird like a fucking mother duck or something. It's very cringy because he's screaming, I'm trying hard to be funny. Robin Williams, it was effortless. He's a miracle of comedy because if you watch him, he's like a storm. He's like multiple possessions come over his psyche. He expresses them, but it's part of his personality. It's natural and it's something that comes out of him naturally. So I don't think it's fucking a stool is inherently unfunny. I think that Joe Rogan trying to be funny is unfunny. Joe Rogan can be funny, by the way, when he's being authentic Joe Rogan on his podcast.
Pumping air. Stool fucking, if it's the right bit, can be funny.
Really?
Yeah. No, Joe Rogan is actually right. It's just not the right bit for you, Joe Rogan. So a real genius comedian can always make something the right bit. Robin Williams, even beyond Ricky Gervais, Robin Williams, out of any comedian that I've ever watched, Eddie Murphy, dude, no. 1980s, red leather Eddie Murphy, no, even beyond Robin Williams, he's the guy for the job. He's screwing a stool and it's hilarious. I know that Eddie Murphy in the 1980s, when he was doing like 48 Hours, another 48 Hours, all those movies, and he was like huge with the stand-up, I know Eddie Murphy could, you could say, hey, could you make screwing a stool funny? He would look at you like, well, I could make it, of course I could make that funny. How would he not make it funny?
It has to be.
Because he's funny. This is what we're missing here. Don't get caught up on the stool. It's you're funny or not funny.
A real comic with a
No, Joe Rogan is right. A really good comic can do it. It's so funny because Joe Rogan's stand-up is wrong. Joe Rogan's thesis that a good stand-up comedian could make it work is actually 100% correct. Joe Rogan is theoretically correct, but in practice wrong. These people understand that he's bad, but just because he's bad doing that doesn't make doing that inherently unfunny. A funny person makes anything funny. A funny person would touch that stool with their finger, it would turn into gold. So Joe Rogan is actually right about that. He is theoretically correct about that. The right comedian can do anything. So here's a good example. If the right comedian could do something and get your attention on something. What was that movie where they gave the same joke to different stand-up comedians and no one talks about anybody else other than Bob Saget? Because apparently Bob Saget took that bit. See, they've done this experiment before. Give the same bit to different stand-up comedians. He took that bit and became on the internet famous for how disgusting he made it. He became famous for it. Okay?
No one he talks to and tries to pitch it on is receptive to it. They're like, nope. Are you serious? Nope. But this was
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how many people say nope. Eddie Murphy and his red leather and his stool. You're gonna get people to laugh, especially crass, sexual, physical humor. Eddie Murphy is gonna nail the ball out of the fucking park.
It's rough.
It doesn't matter if you say nope. I don't care if 98 out of 100 people say nope. Eddie Murphy could change your mind immediately with the amount of comedic talent that he had during his stand-up, especially especially if it's crass and especially if it's physical humor, Eddie Murphy is going to make it work.
I've never liked Joe Rogan's stand-up.
Well, no, exactly. We're confusing Joe Rogan's stand-up with can you make something funny?
Joe Rogan is terrible at stand-up.
No, and he's awful. No, it's unwatchable. That Netflix special that came out recently, I watched the first 20 minutes. It was like, Texas and weed! Texas and weed! Texas and weed! And I was like, I can't do any more of this, dude. Something about, he was screaming about Texas and weed. And I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. It was really hard to watch. I can't even tell you what it was. I can't even tell you exactly what his shtick was. He was screaming about Texas and weed. I can't tell you if it was pro-law against weed, not pro-law against weed. Texas weed is great. Texas weed isn't. It's just screaming two words, Texas and weed, for 20 minutes, and I had to shut it off. His trying to copy Kinnison, who is genuinely and authentically a screamer because of his head injury and his cocaine addiction, was very hard to deal with. Well, let's see what this is. Or are they trying to pitch that movie that if you were gonna, hey, this would be kind of fun for Alucard Bats. What's that website?
Christopher Nolan is among the
What's that website where you bet on stuff?
His blockbuster
Actually, because it's one of these legacy media things, I get paranoid that they're gonna do copyright stuff. Ex-Google CEO boot off stage. Okay, let's see if there's good movies here.
Here at the Criterion Collection. And
I like these,
it's magical.
I love these closet pics. It's so interesting to see what they tell you. You know what's funny?
So let me get started.
Let me ask you a question. It genuinely asks, don't do the thing where you're gonna answer the unintuitive one because you get an idea that the answer is gonna be unintuitive, but then you're going to pretend that you knew because you knew these people. Honest to God, you know what the answer is. Who is more likely to have a good picks in the closet? Do you think it's going to be Jamie Lee Curtis, who's a scream queen and was the lead of Halloween? And she was in other things like Scream Queens. And she was in things like, what? Oh my God. What was that called with Arnold and James Cameron? The spy movie. I'm not going to... True Lies. She was in stuff like True Lies. Or Pamela Anderson, who is just known for certain assets and was in Baywatch. Who do you think has got the best Criterion picks? Honestly, who do you think it would be? Do you think it would be the lead of Halloween, or do you think it would be Pamela Assets? Pamela Anderson. Assets Anderson. It was actually Pamela Anderson. She was like picking out like Blue Velvet, which I recently had looked up that scene where the guy was dead on his feet. Dude, it's the creepiest, weirdest, surrealist, most artistic, interesting movie. And then Jamie Lee Curtis was picking out Wall-E. So Wall-E versus Blue Velvet. I mean, Pamela Anderson wins the contest for taste. I love some of the Criterion Closet picks that you get from certain people, and I love to look at what do you think this person's going to pick and what did they actually pick? Some of them are more intuitive, like Christoph Waltz truly is artistic and loves his like old, boring, artistic European black and white movies as much as you think he would. You know what I mean?
Jane Campion's The Piano is a masterpiece. Holly Hunter's performance is so extraordinary, and The location of this place is visionary. I just still remember first seeing this movie. Anna Paquin dancing on the beach, the landscape, the cinematography is just extraordinary. So this is going into my collection.
Okay, the piano trailer. Let's see what she's recommending here. I mean, I guess she's just picking the movie, but I mean, it's still kind of a recommendation of sorts, right? Wait, she looks very familiar. Oh, yeah. Wait, what movie is she from? I can't remember exactly.
Perhaps with time, you might come
Oh,
like me.
dude, what is she from?
She says it's her piano.
Harvey Keitel, it's Mr. White.
Now we all make sacrifices, and so will you.
I'd like us to make a deal. There's things I'd like to do while you play.
What in the hell, dude? What is this? What is with his dude? I'm sorry, man. I'm a Harvey Keitel fan, but what is that accent? His accent is like when you're trying an accent, but it's so bad it becomes that generic nothing accent. Like, I am Harvey Keitel. I have played Mr. White. I played the detective that was taken over by Nicolas Cage. Now play the piano. Yes, now do it slowly. Do it sexy. I am Harvey Keitel, and this accent doesn't really exist from a nationality. This accent is a generic accent where you're trying to do an accent, but you're not doing it very well. It's somewhere in between Russian mafia and Dracula. Like, dude, his accent here is freaking terrible, dude. Harvey. What is this? Oh, okay, Holly Hunter. No, she's a good actress, dude. You know what's funny? I'm not able to place the movie that she was in. Dude, what movie am I remembering her in? I just remember it was a really good performance. She's very sharp. That's the description I would give to her performances, is very sharp. What movie am I thinking of? That's it, dude. That's it.
My name is H.I. McDonough.
Okay, it's no wonder. It's no wonder that I instantly recognized her face as really good performance and in something that I liked. Because honest to God, this movie is so goated, and she was so good in this movie. There it is. That's the sharpness. There it is. She was sharp. That sharp look. Look, it looks like the tip of a blade. The expression on her face. Okay. Okay, so her first pick is the piano. Interesting.
I'm Rose Byrne, and I am here at the Criterion.
That is actually a very interesting pick.
It's magical. I'm gonna have a hard time just picking less than like 20 movies. So let me get started.
By the way, to like backtrack a little bit, I wish I was the guy to make fucking a stool funny to prove those people wrong, and I can't do it.
So extraordinary.
Somebody DM Eddie Murphy that he needs to do a bit on stage where he fucks a stool and make it funny, because I can't prove it myself. It's basically like saying a man can like karate chop through 10 bricks is possible. I think it's possible. I ain't karate chopping shit.
This movie is so punk. It's of a time. It's of the 90s.
Ah, Train Spotting. So you know what this, dude? You know what is you know what's crazy about this movie, Train Spotting?
Scottish humor in there.
By the way, the fetus crawling on the ceiling, dude. That nightmare fuel. In fact, if you were gonna say that you wanted to use movies to socially construct people to stay wary from drugs, the two main movies that I would use. So, like, let's say you're doing drug education in schools and you want people to think twice about doing drugs, but maybe you also want to make it fun. You want to make discussion around it, but maybe you want to have them experience some art that expresses that drug abuse is wrong and it is bad for you. There's two main movies that I would use: Train Spotting, and I would use Requiem for a Dream. I would use Requiem for a Dream first because the nightmare of that movie is unparalleled. But Train Spotting is very, very good as well. Both of them are heroin related, by the way. So what I have fun for Train Spotting is it's Ewan McGregor pre-Obi-Wan is fascinating to watch. Pre-Obi-Wan Ewan McGregor? Yes, please. Ewan McGregor in Train Spotting, I so have associated him with, hello there. Don't do it, Anakin. I have the high ground. It's actually really funny to think of him as the British grungy heroin addict in Train Spotting. Also, one of the best parts of the movie to me was, unfortunately, one of the parts of the movie that wasn't in it as much. The anger case with the mustache with the drinking problem. He was one of the most entertaining parts of the movie, and in my opinion, he wasn't in it enough. In my opinion.
Yes, it's amazing. These images, fantastic. I still remember, the sequence when he defecates in the bed. It's so amazing. It's so funny. And it's a high wire act, this movie. The tension and the way they are speaking and at the pace they're doing and the way they would freeze the camera.
Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. But the dialogue and the delivery, the constant machine gunning of the dialogue and the delivery was really good.
I had to pick it up, so thank you. Okay, where do I find Mulholland Drive?
Oh, another Lynch. Hey, you want to flex? You want to flex that you know good? Look at the cocky look on her face. That's so, dude. I'm telling you, she's flexing her movie taste. I'm telling you, dude. You see the right side of her mouth cocked up. You see the right eyebrow. You see that? She's going, huh? What do you think of this one? See, it's so interesting to me. If you were going to be a director, I wouldn't just watch their discography. I would watch their Criterion Closet. Because if you had said Rose Byrne, or if you had said Jamie Lee Curtis pre-Criterion Closet, and if I was a movie director, I would say Jamie Lee Curtis and not Rose Byrne, even though I have seen Rose Byrne in movies and she did a very good job. You know, the stardom of Jamie Lee Curtis I would probably be starstruck and say Jamie Lee Curtis. Post Closet Picks, Wall-E versus, and by the way, Mulholland Drive is way more based than even David Lynch's Blue Velvet that Pamela Anderson said. And by the way, the piano looked interesting. And by the way, Train Spotting is goated. So that I'm pretty sure she's onto something with piano, even though I haven't seen it. Train Spotting I can verify is great. Mulholland Drive is another level of great. If you love Mulholland Drive, dude, that's the ticket. I feel like directors should check out their Criterion picks more than they should look at their discography. Because if I was casting for a movie and he said Jamie Lee Curtis or Rose Byrne, post Closet Picks, it's Rose Byrne. Easily. Because it's making me realize she understands what a good movie is. don't you want to work with someone that understands what a good movie is?
Mulholland Drive. The sound design in this film is so singular and so eerie. Obviously, he's the
Yeah.
master of sound, and this film, I guess, it speaks to me in so many ways. Obviously, the mystery of Hollywood, coming there as an actress, the great Naomi Watts, and like her kind of
Yeah.
story of her.
Naomi
struggling as
Watts'
an actress,
performance
her
is
struggles
crazy.
through, and then
Naomi Watts' range in a singular movie of being like doe-eyed, giddy, I'm just happy to be here. Charlie Bucket is to Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, is her to Hollywood, to just broke down, defeated. Her range of emotions in the movie is absolutely incredible.
reflection of that in this film, and this was her
Yeah.
breakout role, and how like her sort of innocence in that film, and also her vulnerability, and then
Yeah.
Naomi does tension so well, and horror and danger. Yeah, this film is just, it's also so funny. Yeah, the sequences in the diners, yeah. Mulholland Drive.
Oh, the
brilliant.
sequencing in the diner. Okay, dude. She said it's so funny sequencing in the diner. I don't know if she means that sequence is funny. To me, that sequence actually freaks me the hell out, dude. That dude at the not Denny's place, and he had that nightmare that he was eating at the not Denny's place. And the way that, oh, and by the way, the diner sequence, she really ought to have, I'm sure she has limited amount of time. I'm not criticizing her, but you really got to give that actor credit. He's not in the movie the entire time. It's a bit role. But the guy that's talking about his nightmare of seeing the thing behind the dumpster, behind the Denny's, and then I'm just going to call it Denny's. I'm not going to call it not Denny's the whole time. And then him and his friend go behind the Denny's to the dumpster, and that weird derelict thing comes creeping out from the dumpster. And then she's right about the sound design. Then there's like that, and he's like, ah, dude, I didn't find that funny, actually. I find that to be oddly and in a very peculiar way. The lead up to him going to look behind the dumpster, and a lot of it has to do with, like she said, the sound design. Listen to the ambient music of Resident Evil 2, how much more it makes it scary, it makes it horror. Very similarly, even though it's goofy about a guy going to Denny's, talking about how he had a dream going to Denny's and there was some weird thing behind a dumpster, as much as that's silly and absurd, the sound design and the tension building when he's going out of the Denny's with his friend and he discovers that weird troll gremlin looking derelict behind the dumpster is truly fucking terrifying. The first time I watched that movie, it scared the crap out of me in a way that few movies did. I've never found that scene funny. I've found that scene incredibly terrifying. It's that idea that I had the most worst, astoundingly terrifying dream that I was at the place I'm here now, and I left the place I'm here now, and there was a monster behind a garbage bin, and then he goes back there and it's there, that like prophecy nightmare dream. It freaked me out. Okay, 1 second, I have to go to the restroom. Alrighty. Yeah, I find these Criterion closets like incredibly fascinating about what they're gonna pick. And honestly, I think that that would be a really tricky, very very clever way to pick actors or actresses is to watch this before you meet them and see what kind of movies they like under these kind of conditions. And like Wall-E, yeah. Mulholland Drive, fuck yeah.
Texas. One of my sisters loved this film, and I saw this film very, very young. And I've many like core memories of watching this movie, particularly the extraordinary soundtrack from Raikuda. That's just so iconic. I used to listen to that. I got like the CD of it and like listen to it in my bedroom. It's so romantic and evocative, and the time it sort of takes to unfold.
What is this?
The space of the movie, the space of the incredible locations. Natasha romantic. So listen to that. The extraordinary soundtrack from I've many like loved this film, and I saw this film very.
Let me check out and see what this is.
Paris, Texas. One of my sisters.
Paris,
I saw
Texas.
this film very, very young.
That almost seems like an irony, right?
I've
Paris,
many, like,
Texas?
core memories of watching this movie, particularly the extraordinary soundtrack.
Like sweet and sour. Okay. Paris, Texas. Huh. I don't think I've ever heard of this. But for some reason, I remember her hair. I've seen him in a movie. What movie is it? Where do I know this guy from?
How can I have two fathers? Just lucky, I guess.
Well, this movie looks like not good. That movie looks bad.
I'm Rose Byrne, and I am here.
Okay.
Takes to unfold, and obviously from the great through performance. I mean, the performances of these actresses in this movie are ingrained into my
Secrets and Lies. All right, let's check out this one. Oh, is that what's her name?
Now you're under no obligation, but you can if you want to.
Oh, it's 1996 and not 1998. I can't make a Leon S. Kennedy reference. I wanted to make my gratuitous Leon S. Kennedy. Well, I had a dream that I was Leon S. Kennedy last night, and I was floating above the aisles of a grocery store. So, of course, I want it to be 1998, not 1996. Now, what's going on here?
She's got some bloke in tow. You all right, sweetheart? Did you get in?
Well, I think some of this, sometimes you're going to pick movies based off gender, right? Is this the Rose Byrne picking movies? This is the most apparently based off of her gender out of any of the other movies. Or maybe it's not. Maybe there's this overlap. Mulholland Drive is a very woman movie, isn't it?
I'm off now then, sweetheart.
I guess maybe this is just a woman-style movie that is not as much Alucard Bats territory as Mulholland Drive. Well, I feel like her movie picks are getting progressively worse. Like it's when you're on an alcohol binge, like Mulholland Drive is at the peak of your intoxication on your 9th beer. This feels like a hangover as far as taste goes.
Look at me, I'm lovely.
Yeah, that's great. Okay.
I'm Rose Byrne. And
Is that
I'm
our
here
final
with
one,
the
or is there more?
I mean, the performances of these actresses. It's operating on so many different. Mike Lee, I'm gonna go with that. It's toward the end of her career, and it was very moving.
Oh, yeah, no thank you.
World of Manhattan.
Okay, what else do we have here? Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead and move on to other stuff. We're going to jump from one thing to the next thing to the next thing. And then there will be a next thing after that. Okay?
It might be handy if you, the master of unlocking, take it with you.
Dude, when you get jump scared by your own soundboard.
Oh my god.
Okay, let's see. What? Why does it always do that? Alright, I think it's okay now. Okay, here we go. Okay, now let's make sure that this works on OBS. If it doesn't work on OBS, we're OB fucked. Okay, there it is. I hope the controller works on this. Okay, dude, I'm really gonna try not to be a hopeless hipster, but because they changed the music, I really hope that I adapt to this decently, and I'm not an unsufferable dweeb that complains. Oh no! Yeah! Yeah, no, I like that. I don't want to fast forward through the cutscene, but I do want to turn the volume down a bit. No, I actually really like how that sounds. It might take me a minute to get over the non-pixelated. I like it. The lightning's cool. It's one of those things, man, you're nervous that they change things, but you want to like it. It's like flying a plane through a thunderstorm. The ancient war of the Magi, when its flames at last receded, only the charred husk of a world remained. Even the power of magic was lost. This is a different translation. Even though it's been years since I've played this, I can tell in the 1,000 years that followed, iron, gunpowder, and steam engines took the place of magic, and life slowly returned to the barren land. Yet there now stands one who would reawaken the magic of ages past and use its dread power as a means by which to conquer all the world. No, I was hoping that I would like what they did with the music, and I do. Could anyone truly be foolish enough to repeat that mistake? Dude, okay. This is why this is so good right now. Can anyone imagine that they could repeat the same mistake? Look back at we're in the 20s. Look back less than 100 years ago. Look at what the world did. And a lot of people could say, could we actually repeat the mistake? We could easily repeat the same mistake. And honestly, you don't feel that the world itself at this point is on the brink of the same error? It feels that way to me. Oh God, they're doing the auto. They're doing the auto talking. They wouldn't have lettuce unless they have... Here, one second. Let me get this situated. Our witch. Let me get this situated here. shit. Thought I had to press the button. I forgot that they auto-talk at the beginning for some reason. Okay. Well, I'm not going to stress about it too much. People can read, right? Oh, shit. No, I actually like how the music sounds a lot on here. I like how the music sounds a lot. And that's really important because one of the main things about this game is the music. The music is actually arguably one of the most important variables of the game. Now, I can't get to the options right now. I hope that it's not too loud. Stream boo. Yeah, AI viewers stream boo. Dude, are those... I don't want the bots to hijack the commentary. But if you say viewers stream boo, is that even an effective way to solicitate? No, man, I really like... No, I'm liking it. I was so worried that, like, unpixelating the game was gonna be bad. But this is, like, the only way to, like, play it on Steam. And honestly, I don't want to use an emulation because, honestly, if you're gonna enjoy the arts, I really do think you should support the people that own the license. I really do that. Maybe it's old-fashioned or something. Now, if it comes to the debate about if you're pirating something because it's no longer available because they took it off, that's a different discussion. And I don't have qualms with people that pirate software that is no longer, like, available. Wait a minute, isn't that ironic that pirate software guy got in trouble about talking about pirating software? I just realized that. Wait. Where's the sound? God, I hate doing... There it is. There we go. There we go. Now I can, like, hear my own thoughts, as they say. Okay. Wait, is it still too loud? Oh no, I think it sounds fine. And excuse me if my commentary is, oh, the music sounds fine, the music sounds fine. I'm actually reassuring myself because I was very nervous that what they did to the music was gonna bother me. It was actually something that maybe could have kept me back from playing. I think it sounds great, man. So I am going to reiterate several times probably that I like it. Okay. We're going to skip it now. Oh, I like this. I like that they have a skip. Oh, I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot, actually. Okay? The girl takes point. Don't waste time on the riffraff. Remember what we're here for. Let's move. Okay? And like I... Oh, okay. Maybe I should have read that more clearly. I'm in a Okay, Imperial Magitech armor, not even Narsh is safe anymore. All right, there it is, and we're go. It's green light, hit it. Okay, we do... What is the Bioblast kills both? Some are a single target, some are both. That'll kill both. I like Bio in early Final Fantasy games too. Oh, dude. The victory music. My God. I might have heard the victory music. Honestly, dude. I might have heard the victory music not playing the game within the last few years. But I can't tell you, how long has it actually been since I've heard the victory music when I'm playing the game? How long has it actually been? So it's been before I've played Dead by Daylight, because I played exclusively video games. The only video game I played for years was Dead by Daylight. Maybe once in a while I'd play a little bit of Resident Evil 4 or something. Like, I'd play a sparse amount of video games during those years. So it must have been before Project W. Now, I don't know exactly the year that the Resident Evil Chapter 2 was released on DVD, but it was before that. Which game was it? It must have been on the Super Famicom. I bought a Super Famicom because I was going to learn Japanese while I played 16-bit JRPGs. And I did play 6. And I played 6, and I played 5, and I played 4 on the Super Famicom. Okay. Oh, dude, I'm loving it, man. I would play new indie releases. Okay, stop them for Narsh. Thicken the dogs on you. Silver Lobos. Okay. We do Fire Beam. We'll just spam those. Oops. If we do that, it's not, they're not doing the, what is it called? The ATB action sequence or something like that? I don't remember. Ah! When he first initially shoots the fire blast, they added like a little animation thing there. It's cool. Ah, you like how they hesitate. You like the hesitation. You killed their dogs and then they move forward, stop, and then move forward. They know they're going to their death. You know, you have to hand it. Think about that. There was okay, check this out. Because, oh yeah, one of the things that we're going to do here, we're going to over-explain, over-discuss, and over-analyze this game, because one of the things that I'd like to do is those 3 things, because everybody and their goddamn grandmother at this point has played the game because it's such a cult classic. Yes, it was popular at the time, but it's reached such acclaim that it is like a cult game. So, here's the thing about it. Everybody and their goddamn grandmothers played it. We're going to zero in on variables, and we're going to expand upon them to a degree that we hope is more than the average content creator or the average streamer, because Alucard Bats wants to do something special with it that other people aren't doing. So we're going to do little things like we're going to notice. They move forward, stop, and then move forward. They hesitate. They know that they're doing it to their death. So that's one of the themes of this game. These people are defending their town against us. We are part of an evil empire currently. And we can see our power being projected by the behavior of the people trying to defend their country. They know they're coming into their doom. That is actually reflective of and speaking volumes about our power as an empire. You see that little tiny thing, and that's one of the things I want to emphasize about this game. When they made video games around this area, around this time, one, not all the video games were emphasizing story. There's so many games with story now. I think people get used to it. But you got to remember when you go back and you go back into this era of video games, a lot of video games treated story as backseat and inconsequential, and a lot of times they just did not give a shit. Like Joe and Mac, literally, bad cavemen steal cavemen women, go get them. I mean, it was really bare bones, man. We're not talking about Shakespeare here. So at the time that this game came out, to do little nuanced flavors of storytelling like the hesitation and then the moving forward to their doom, that showing we know we're doomed because this is a more powerful force, and that little subtle amount of choices in the NPC's movement with the limited amount of graphics that they had here, this speaking in volumes of the story. Okay, the subtlety speaks in volumes. Their ability to communicate story using these graphics is absolutely insanely extraordinary. Like, and one of the things that I like about this game, and it leaves it to your interpretation and your imagination. You have to say, oh yeah, what was the hesitation? They knew they were going to their doom because they're a superior force. Okay, go by the item shop. That genie bottle, by the way, is a sign, or whatever. It looks like a genie lamp or something. Is a sign of an item shop. Okay, they're actually showing mechanics through scenes like this. Now, when you have an AoE, it only works on one side, left or right. And they're showing you that. They're showing you AoE doesn't kill this guy. Yeah, I've got to restate it again because I'm actually surprised by how good the music sounds. I was so nervous that actually, that looks great, dude. That looks great. You know what I did not appreciate? I did not appreciate the Final Fantasy IV on the handheld when they made it 3D. Oh, that took me out of it, dude. They destroyed the aesthetic. Okay, we'll do the AoE. We'll have them defend because they don't have the Bioblaster like Terra. Currently, she's not Terra. Oh, by the way, I'm not going to hold back spoilers. I'm not going to do that, dude. I want to talk about this game freely. At this point, dude, if you're worried about spoilers, man, I mean, it's 2026. And this game came out before the Iraq War. This game came out before Afghanistan, and Afghanistan was the longest running US war in US history. Okay? I don't care about spoilers for you. Okay? Okay? Is it gonna be, is it X? Okay, what's the menu? See, I should have been paying attention, huh? Whoops. Should have paid attention. Oh, Lord. Is it space? Ah, what is that? It's tab. Okay. Dude, I'm really digging the music. Actually, oh, I can't do it, dude. I can't betray my inner hipster and say that the music is actually better than how it was. I will not do that. Even if I feel it, I will not say that. I refuse. I refuse, because saying anything is better than the original is heresy, and I refuse to commit such heretic-like behavior and say that this music actually sounds better. Actually sounds better than how it was. I can't, and I won't. Okay, because I'm going to nibble on this game. I'm going to nibble on this game until it's 2035. And I know, and we're no longer talking about Trump. No longer talking about Trump. We're talking about Hitler to this day. We're not going to talk, depending on how bad the next 3 years is, we may be talking about Trump after I'm passed. Speaking until after I'm passed, one of the reasons I'm doing this, and I'm doing it very slowly, I'm sipping the glass of wine and I'm not guzzling it. This may be the last time I play the game. This may be the last time. Okay? Because I'm not getting any younger. I'm 44 years old. How do I know that I'll be physically capable of playing this game again? So we're going to do it. We're going to sip it. We're not going to gorge it. We're going to fucking enjoy it. Okay? Okay, here we go. All right. What do we do here? We'll do...
That was too close.
Ah! That is too funny there, Barry. Thank you for chiming in. You're always appreciated here, sir. You're always appreciated on Alucard Bats. That was too close. You were almost a paladin sandwich. Okay? All right, let's make sure that it's on the good old OBS. Donald? Remember Ace Ventura when he's like, Satan? Yes, Satan? And it's actually his landlord that was the dude that Tony Montana shot in the car who was about to do that car bomb. Which is hilarious that he became the landlord for Ace Ventura. Play 3 games with Nazuma. Play 3 games as Druid, Hunter, or Rogue. Okay. Druid, Hunter, or Rogue. Play 3 games. Cool. Okay. Okay, okay. Play 5 Battle Cry cards. Okay. Win 5 games of Tavern Brawl. Okay. We need 2 more of those. Win 5 games of Hearthstone's ranked mode. Oh, okay. Okay. And Battle Cry. Okay. Let's try to remember all that, shall we? Let's do... Oh, yeah. You know what I wanted to try? I wanted to try this real quick. I wanted to try and see if... Wait, edit. I want to see... Well, funnily enough... Okay. No. I want to see this. I want to see if super aggressive Murloc Pally is viable here. And I'm assuming we should have other Murlocs. Okay. Now let's see here. Okay. Can we like super aggro these guys out of existence? Yeah, we're getting to do Murlocs that are no longer in standard. That's what I was hoping. Oh, we get to play the battle cry. Okay. Okay, let's have things a little bit more expensive, right? Okay. Okay, we'll do this. I almost forgot. So we're gonna do these. And then flight maneuver. Wait, we did the quest, right? Yeah. Okay, so then we'll do flight maneuver. We'll do this too. Okay. Okay, and then we do the flight maneuver. Should be cost 4, of course. Now I want to see, because this is a pretty chaotic mode. I want to see how far this gets us. Let's see what it can do. Okay, now let's see if like super aggro Murloc. It would be kind of funny because a lot of people are going to be like, I'm going to make this 43-100 beach whale. What if we're just trying to like hit him so fucking hard they go reeling back into a wall? Okay, that's fine. In fact, we're not too worried. We're not too worried about something being a cost 4. You might actually want to not mulligan that because we have so many cheap stuff. You might actually want that in hand. Okay. We're going to stay really, 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 really aggressive. We're going to be as aggressive as we could possibly be. We're just going to push as hard as we can right in his face. Now, there was this, and we're going to play 3 Druid. I want to make sure that we could get some of the quest stuff done. Okay, now one of them is Kindred for Rush. We're at 2. I think we do the one on the right. Well, let's see. We'll do that. Okay. It's funny how quickly, too, we're almost done with the quest. Is Murloc Paladin, is that one of the quickest quests to get done? Because some of the quests, like, well, obviously it's quicker if if you have a bunch of Murlocs, then a warrior quest where you have to survive 10 turns. Obviously, the druid where you have to fill the map 3 times. Obviously, this is quicker. I'm surprised we haven't got Violet Treasure Gill, Flight Maneuvers, or Dragon Scale yet. That's actually bad luck. I've played enough rounds with that combination. This is actually pretty bad luck. Okay. Alrighty. We'll do... Oh my god, if anything, this is it's so fun. I'm sorry, man. Murloc Paladin is so fun for me, dude. I'm sorry. It's so fun for me, dude. Even though, dude, we're in Tavern Brawl, I don't think it's gonna have enough gas. It's still fun. What's this guy? Oh, what's he deciding on here? What's he deciding? It's very unfortunate there's no sign of digging out flight maneuvers, and there's no flight maneuvers. Because we have Violet Treasure Gill. What's this guy doing? We have Violet Treasure Gill, we have Dragon Scale, we have actual flight maneuvers. That's 6 cards. If you have 30 cards, there's 1 in 5 chance to get it. This is actually pretty bad luck that we haven't seen it at all. Now, interestingly, he's running out of time to do anything. He's not going to be able to... Yeah, he's running out of time to finish that. Wait, yeah. He actually... Oh, here he goes. Oh, we don't have any taunt, dude. Do we do this? We're at 19. No, here's what I do. Okay. And then we do... Oh, shit. Damn. Okay, we'll see what he does with that. Let's see if he decides to keep going aggro like that, because we're going to be able to build the board higher. We'll see what happens out of that. All right, what's this guy going to do? Now we're already down to 19. If we run out of cards, we'll use the Time Traveler to gain a higher ability to flood the board. This guy really does ponder, huh? This guy really is rubbing his fingers through his beard and going, taking a drag on his pipe and contemplating. Okay? Maybe I could take a page from these people's books. I probably could. Because I'll jump to an action and not think about it. Is this guy not doing anything? Oh shit, dude. Are you AFK, brother? Whoa. Dude, you gotta check the clock, man. You gotta check the clock. He's clocked out. Okay. So we could do that again. You can pop that and then give him shields again. Or do we do this? I think we do this first. I hope that's not a bad idea here. Okay. Oh, you know something? I'm already regretting it. I'm not gonna lie, because I've wanted the shields. Oh, see what I mean? Maybe it's better to ponder, isn't it, sir? Fuck it, dude. We'll do a trade. Fuck it. Okay, he was AFK. Is this guy gone? Wait, he's looking at stuff. You better do something now, buddy. Damn. I guess it doesn't really matter. Okay, we're gonna do... Alright, and he's almost dead. He is dead, actually. I wonder why he went AFK. He was, like, pointing at stuff. I don't know what happened to this guy. I don't know what happened to him. Okay, we'll do the quest where we get wins at the Tavern Brawl. I don't know, man. I don't know if this is the deck to try to get wins. I mean, we won there. The guy was trying to do stuff. I wonder why he wasn't AFK. He wasn't walking his doggy. I don't know what he was doing. He was looking at stuff. I don't know what was going on there. If he was throwing, I don't know why he didn't just concede. That was very kind of confusing. Okay. Surprisingly, we're mulliganing two things with all the fucking one cost stuff we have. It's surprising to me. Okay, good. That's good because we're gonna get what do you call it real fast. We're gonna get what do you call it maybe twice at this rate. We're gonna get flight maneuvers very quickly here. That'll be good. That'll be nice to have flight maneuvers. Okay, we do... Which way do we want to do it? Oh, look at him, dude. Look at that. There we go. Look at that, dude. Turn 2. He's got all those bodies, man. Very good. Very nice. Is he going to go aggro with that? I don't mind if he does, because we're going to have more bodies with shields. I don't care if he goes aggro. Yeah, here he goes. Okay. Okay, here he goes. Going super aggro. Okay. We do... I wonder... If he just keeps going at... Okay, he is trying to eliminate some of the threats. Fair enough. Fair enough, he is trying to eliminate some of it. Okay. Okay, next turn, if he's still going aggro in our face, and it looks like he's going to win the race for who gets there first, what we're going to do is we're going to use our shields and trade our shields for bodies. Oh no. I'm actually a little disappointed that he's done this. Okay. I was hoping that he was going to try to race to the bottom and we're going to get the shields out. Too bad. That is too fucking bad. We'll do. Okay, and then we'll have this. Oh, that's funny. Did you see that? Okay. Dang, that actually is scary. Okay, let's see what he does here. No, this guy's gonna win probably. Okay. What are we at? We're at 10? I think this might be over. Yeah. Yeah, we're done. Now we do want to get the win here. Try one more. It's kind of funny doing this Murloc build in Brawl. There are some Murlocs that you can get a hold of, like that charge one that you wouldn't normally be able to do, which is kind of nice to use. And then we could try Druid.
I'll give you a head start.
I will fight with honor.
Okay. We'll mulligan this one. Okay, good. We got flight maneuvers immediately. Okay, we got to do this. Let's see if we can get the second flight maneuvers. Okay. Shit. I hate it when it does that, man. I hate it when it does that. We lost coin basically for getting that bullshit. We could use the Violet Treasure Guild to get it anyway. That's a little redundant, but at least we have it out early. At least we have it out early. Okay, we'll do him first. Then we'll get the flight. What? Where's the flight maneuvers? Why didn't that grab it? Oh, it's because... Oh, okay. Did they change that? I'm not sure.
Silver arrowheads. An excellent choice.
Okay, that should get it. So we'll get another flight maneuvers. Okay, we use next turn. Oh, is he going to go aggro and is he not going to hit our guys? If so, we're going to have them shielded and then we can use the shields to do trades. That might work for us. Okay. Now we... Oh, shit. Okay. What are they going to do here? Are they going to trade? I wonder what they're going to do. Do they trade or do they keep going aggro? We're down to 27. I did want to see if aggro Murloc worked in Brawl. Not so much. I think a lot of the cheese you could do because you have a bunch of cards that are no longer in standard. So you have these crazy interactions works more. I think the aggro could be even more cheesier and more crazy and broken with all the different combos they do that Murloc Paladin probably won't cut it. What are we down to? All right, we do... Can we... No, I think it's over. Because there's... No, there's no way to do this. You know what you need in this? You need fucking taunt, man. You need taunt. That's a weird fucking card. No, you didn't... Like, there's no taunt that we have there. Alright, we'll play 3 Druid. No, wait. Let's go to the collection. Okay, I want to take out all... Well... No, let's take him off. This didn't work as well as I wanted. Now, where is the new area card? I think it was cheap, right? Okay, we'll do this. All right, and now we're going to do 3 Druid rounds. We're going to use the Bashana. We'll see if we can... We'll see if we could get the Egg Druid thing to work. Where we're trying to get eggs and we're trying to buff them. All right, both of these work for me. Well, wait. We want an actual... Well, we could do the Panther. Let's do the Panther on turn 2. 3-2 Panther on turn 2 isn't bad. All right, and then we may buff him and give him taunt. That might actually, yeah, turn 2 and 3. That might actually work. Okay, let's do that. Okay, and then we will. Okay, it's a warlock. Ooh, I wonder if this is EVE. EVE, egg v egg. Egg X egg. I wonder if that's what we're going to get here. All right, he's, oh, it's Reform. Okay, we got a Reform enthusiast. Now, I could do Twilight. What's he going to do if we put the Twilight out? We could do, I'm going to do this first. Because if he doesn't do anything to our egg, we could double buff it, but maybe we should also keep some of the buffs for our kilos. Let's see what he does here. Is he going to break the egg? Or is he going to go aggro? Right, he's doing really good with getting the reforms. Okay. He breaks the egg. Now the question is, do we put out kilos? I think we do, actually. I think we are going to put out kilos. Put out kilos. He's not going to want to deal with that. Do we trade this? I'm going to go aggro. We're going to give... Oh, we got Bashana. That's awesome, actually. I've actually thought about getting that sticky card where the death rattle is summoning your best minion so I could get her. That's lucky that we get her. Sometimes she could just outright win games on occasion. Sometimes she just outright wins games. So what are we doing here? Okay. What's he doing? What's going on here? Hello? What's this guy doing? Oh, he doesn't understand, does he? He doesn't understand. Did we keep letting him do that? I don't think this guy gets it. Wait. I don't want to... Okay. Is he trying to break open that egg? Does he not understand kilos or something? Or is he trying to break it open so he can get rid of it? Is that what he's doing? Because Warlock does have tools to be able to take care of stuff like that. I can't tell if he's doing amateur stuff or if he's wants to break it open for certain reasons. He's reading his cards is making me think that he's amateur. All right, we got to give taunt to somebody. I think I'm going to give taunt not to that because he's just breaking that open anyway. Wait, we do give taunt to that, right? Okay. I don't really understand what this guy's doing, dude. This guy's going to end the game because he's going to give us the hatched prize that we so want. I don't understand this guy. We're at 3 already. I mean, we'll make it easier for him to do that, I suppose. Shit, we're not quite at full board yet. Yeah. Oh, we don't have... Well, yeah, for quest. I don't know what this guy is doing, man. I guess amateur hour? Okay. I don't think this guy knows, man. This is actually kind of funny. I don't think this guy knows. He must not have been playing long. He's playing it in Warlock too, and he's doing this. What is this guy doing, bro? Oh my lord, buddy. What is going on here, son? My guy. My dude over here, man. Okay, thanks for participating. What a brother. Oh, here we go. Nice. Oh, brother, this guy stinks. It's like the SpongeBob meme. You can't even, like, take a run like that. Like you did something. Okay, we do... You could feel good about your build if you wanted to. I don't know if you're, It's kind of like Donald Trump doing that test about what's the difference between a giraffe and an elephant. I mean, if you want to feel good, that's fine. I mean, we could feel good about that if we wanted to, but some guy like working his freaking hardest to build a board to open the Kelos egg and then being destroyed on the next turn. I don't know. Do we want to like flex our win? Check this win out. Okay, we do. I'm going to keep these eggs. And hopefully get a buff. What I would want there is a buff. All right. I want to be nice and aggressive, so I'm going to do this. Then I'm going to do this. And then which one first? I think we're going to do this. Let's get the board immediately cooking. Get the board immediately with bodies. Like 2 bodies on turn 1? Yes. 2 bodies on turn 1, that works for me. All right. Reading the cards, are we? He will be reading the cards until the end of days. Where it will say taunt. What is taunt? He asks ChatGPT. Taunt is when they cannot go face or hit any other minion other than the minion that holds taunt. Oh, cool, dude. I love learning about this game. All right, we do this, this, and this. Okay.
The glade is suffering.
Alrighty. We'll do... Who do we do first? Kilos? Why the fuck not? Alright. I don't know what this guy's doing. I mean, does he have like super greedy board? Doesn't really... Okay, what we could use though is a buff. By the way, we're lucky we got Bashana twice there. Okay, what do we do here? We could do one. This is where we could use some buff cards for sure. This is where we could use some buff cards. All right, see if we. Okay. Excuse me, I'm getting ahead of myself here. All right. Got a little bit of healing. I could. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to do that. And then we're going to force him to trade. I wish we had more buffs. Honestly. I wish we had more buffs. Unfortunately, we do not. Because if we had buffs, we could put it on our eggs. If we put taunt on Keyless, that would be really good. He's already down to 22. We have Bashana in a couple rounds. Okay. Oh, nice. Oh, that was good. That's a cool card. I don't think I've seen that card. I've never seen that done before. I don't believe. I don't have memories of it. All right, we got 2 more turns until Bashana. Okay, we do... What are we down to? 26? We do get rid of that.
For the wilds.
Okay. Now we see what he does. Okay, next turn we have Bashana. We might be able to end the game. Oh, that's a time-wise thing, right? Yeah, because you're getting a paladin from a different timeline. That's a cool card. That's a cool. You don't see this person's using some like base stuff, man. You don't see some of this stuff every day. Some of this guy's picks are very unique. That's scary. That's extremely scary. I hope we can last long enough to get the Bashana. See, this is the problem with eggs. If you can't buff them, you're left out with your ding dong in the wind. Yeah, that's bad, man. Shit. I don't think we have enough time to play her, do we? Oh, see, this is the problem. This is why I might actually take the eggs off. No, we're dead now. We don't have a taunt.
Well played.
All right, we're toast. We're toasterino. Oh, whoops. Maybe I should just take the goddamn eggs off and put more bodies on the ground, dude. Probably. I should just take the goddamn eggs off. Or... Oh, let's move this. As much as the eggs feels based and it feels unique, my God, there are rounds. There are rounds like that where it's like you're left with no threats and almost a full board with no damage. I mean, It's not exactly the positioning that you want to be in, is it? Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to try to remedy that. We're going to take all the eggs off, and then we're going to get more stuff for more bodies. That'll be good. We're trying to make the egg thing work for unique content, but we're going to have to take it off for now. Let's do this. Okay. Alrighty. We'll go back. And then the collection. And then Druid. Okay, we take the eggs off. Yeah, this is going to be a lot better. Dude, we had so many too. I mean, I guess we could, like, reduce. Oh my god, that was 9 eggs worth. That's actually insane. Okay, where was the new card? Draw a spell or draw a minion. Okay. There it is. That's the new one. How many do we have left? 5? That would have been good for our egg, actually. Okay. See if we could get more. That's pretty good. Especially if you got cheap stuff. What are we at now? What does that do? We could do that. And then we'll do one more. We'll do this. I see a lot. Wait. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Where is that? No, 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 no. Oops. We do. Let's take somebody off. Take one of those off. And then, where's Bashana? There she is. Oh, she was on the same page. Alrighty. Alright, let's see what we got here. All right, we'll do definitely mulligan these. We don't have anything to buff. We will use the Panther. Okay. Do this. And then start with 2 bodies. That works for me. Getting 2 bodies on the ground. Plus 2 bodies on the ground. Plus the, what do you call it, is good. Plus the quest. 2 bodies on the ground and then the quest. Let's see what they do. I think this is much better, man. We had to dump those eggs, man. Those eggs are rotten. It's kind of like when the food goes bad. It's like, yeah, dude, sounded fun. It was fun. But then sometimes when you want to win and not just like, I'm doing this for the based memes, you want to do something else entirely. Okay. All right, we do that.
Job's done.
What turn are we going to be at? We're going to be at turn 3.
Feed my children.
Alrighty. We do this. We don't really have anything else going on. Do I give him the 1/1 or do we do the Panthers? I think I'm just gonna do that. Put more bodies. The buff, the 1/1 isn't that great anyway. 3/2 is better than 2/2. I mean, it's literally one more stat. It's literally one more number. So we'll look at it that way. We get literally one more number.
What horror will hatch?
Okay. All right, let's see what we have here.
What to do?
Let's see what we have. Sorry, I'm deep in thought there. Okay, we have 2. We can use these for the taunt. Okay, we could do. Okay. He's starting to draw. He's starting to fill board here. Filling the board. Okay. All right, he decides to what? Wow. Really? He did 5 face to himself. Okay. If you say so. I mean, he might have a good strategy there, but I don't know, man. We do... And we do this. We do this. And we take his stuff off the board. We trade it all out. We trade it all out. And what we hope... See, I feel like we're against the ropes here a little bit. So, shit. Okay. All right. I would love to draw Bashana at this point. I would love to have that for a draw. Okay. What's he doing? Okay. Well, you're gonna have to get rid of the orca. There you go. Well, I mean, this trade is like a no-brainer, isn't it? No-brainer trades. Now, we can do... God, the problem is we had so many trants but we can't fucking use them here. I really want to save that for better stuff. I really want to save it for better things, you know? Okay. All right, let's see what he does. There we go. Maybe we could start making a comeback here. I feel like we've been behind this guy the entire time. Let's see if we can jump ahead. Maybe we can, because this is where we could start making buffs. Shit, man. This, like this. This. And this is pretty good. And even though the guy had quite a bit, even though the guy has quite a bit of armor, I feel like that could do something there. Even though the guy has quite a bit of armor. Okay. Damn. That sucks. Oh my god, we're gonna have like no choice but to play that, which oh, this guy is an armor warrior for sure. Okay. Okay. That is hilarious that that is both in between there. That is hilarious. We're just gonna have to do it. Hilariously bad because we didn't get those buffs. But it is what it is. We're left with no choice. Like, you want those things to be like 8/8s, ideally, if you have a bunch of treants die. But that's just not what we were able to do here, unfortunately. Alright, he's doing some body clearing there. Okay. Alrighty. Feels like we're just delaying the inevitable, honestly. In 8/8, he's starting to get big bodies out. Oh my god. We'll give it to one of these. Oh, what the hell? Oh my god. Dude. Bullshit, man. That card is bullshit, dude. It's so imbalanced. Okay, let's move on to other stuff. We did go a step. We did go a step down the, what do you call it? We did go a step down the pass. Alright. That's enough of this today. We'll do... Let's see what he has here. Well, let's try another one. Kevin Smith.
Hey kids, it's me, Kevin Smith.
Okay, one of the things that I think is an interesting discussion about Kevin Smith, there was a time, and I don't know if a lot of people would buy this, but I swear it. I swear if you specifically go back to when there was Jackie Brown, where in a lot of people's opinions, he took a step down in quality. Where at the time, Kevin Smith was still at the height of people thinking he was doing well. There was a time when a lot of people would have argued that Kevin Smith and Quentin Tarantino were at least comparable. And as far as an indie filmmaker to get huge success, someone with a very unique voice, literal voices of their characters spoke differently. Now look at Clerks, look at Mallrats, look at Dogma. Very much like a Quentin character, Kevin Smith's characters used to speak differently. There was at a time where Kevin Smith and Quentin Tarantino were comparable, kind of like Burger King and McDonald's. People would not believe that because the prestige and the fame of Quentin Tarantino has soared head and shoulders above that of Kevin Smith. There are people that would not believe that. But honestly, take my word for it. Back when there was like Clerks and back when there was Reservoir Dogs, and even though it didn't blow up financially, there was people that were huge fans of movies like Dogma. Kevin Smith and Quentin Tarantino were not too far removed for being on the same tier list and for having kind of the same impact on movies at the time. So I think that might surprise people. But if you look back, it really was like that. Okay, let me see. Okay.
And I'm in the Criterion closet, man. Took me a long time, 30 years to get here. Clerks was 30 years ago. It took me at least 20 seconds to reference Clerks.
Why wouldn't you, man?
Movies that remind me of
Why wouldn't you do it? It made you.
in the first place, man. And I see a few. Oh!
Okay. What's it?
His Girl Friday. Come on, man. This is like Hawks at his
Which
absolute best.
which one?
Very influential film for me, even though it features old-timey people and stuff. Generally, I'm not a fan of old-timey, but this movie slaps, as the kids probably don't even say anymore.
His Girl Friday, was that Heinlein sci-fi picture Friday based off of her?
Copies not of this version of Citizen Kane, but of Citizen Kane. There's room for one more because the Citizen Kane.
Citizen Kane, dude. Dude, I appreciate that he's got classical taste, but I honestly, just for me, for my own taste, my God, most overrated movies of all time, could it be number one? Like, okay, you have to consider when it came out. I do respect that. I respect it came out when movies were black and white, and as far as storytelling goes, it was ahead of its time. But my God, it's in 2020s, it's hard to watch. Honestly.
Brilliant, funny movie with fantastic acting in it and stuff. And he talked about using credit cards to pay for the movie, partially the budget. And I
Hollywood Shuffle. Oh, I have no clue.
Stayed with me because I was like, you could do that.
So, here.
That's interesting.
Oh, he's wearing a Mallrats shirt. See, back in the time of Mallrats, I'm telling you, Kevin Smith and Tarantino, both of which were Miramax, they were on the same level in people's minds. I swear to God, dude.
Being one of them. So if you were like, oh, I made a movie because of Clerks, well, then really you made a movie because of Richard Linklater and Slacker and Robert Townsend and the Hollywood Shuffle. That makes me happy, man. That is probably the happiest movie that I'll discover in this closet, unless I found a Clerks Criterion that I forgot they did. What? They got to Bull Durham, kids. One of my favorite flicks. Susan Sarandon is magical in this, as is Kevin Costner. I hate baseball. Like, the American pastime is not for me. It's boring.
But a movie? Dude, you can make a movie about sewing. You can make a movie about sewing and make it incredible. See, he's kind of indicating that. He says, okay, the point I had before, the idea where Joe Rogan, okay, we're going to go back to a previous discussion. The conversation where Joe Rogan said, if you got the right guy doing the bit of screwing a stool, the right comedian doing the bit can make it funny, and people go, no, I don't think so. Do you believe in the statement, the right director and right screenplay writer could make a movie about sewing and make it interesting? I say they could. I really do. I think they could. I think you could make one of the most interesting movies that have ever been made. I'll give you an example of movies where I'm not into magicians. Hey, I got a freaking sawing her in half, and oh wow, she's not dead, and I got a rabbit out of a hat, and I got a magic wand, and there's cards and fucking like ribbons coming out of my sleeves. I'm not a fan of it. You know what one of my favorite movies is? It's probably has the ability to be on my top 10, top 20 movies of all time as Prestige. It's because it's so well made. So it's exactly that. Kevin Smith saying, I'm not a fan of baseball, but Bull Durham is one of his favorite movies. Like, I'm sure Kevin Costner's performance did it for him. He's not thinking of baseball. You're not watching 50 minutes of ads, and then you get to see a guy hit a ball, and then it gets caught, and then he's out, and then you get to see 20 more minutes of ads. But you can make a movie just about anything and make it good, and that was my argument earlier in the stream. If the right comedian could do a bit about anything and make it funny. It's about the talent. It's about the people doing the talent. It's about how they do it. It's about their craft. It's not about the subject. It's about the creator. It's about the craft. It's about how the craft is implemented. It's not about the subject. You could literally make it about magicians, you fucking a stool, or sewing, or baseball. It doesn't matter. Is it done well? Is it done with passion, and is it done with craft? That's what matters.
Prince of Tides. That ends up dropping into the bag. George Carlin is in this. He is, right?
Nick
100%.
Nolte? Who
Yes,
is?
he treated him. Barbra Streisand treated George like a real live actor and stuff. Barbra Streisand did a director commentary on this. If Barbra
I don't
Streisand-
remember this movie, but this movie was huge, and then no one talks about it. I think it's incredible.
She talks it.
I think that's incredible that someone is referencing that movie in the 2020s.
And this is amazing. I paid to see this in movie theater.
Like, that movie was huge when it came out, but it's interesting to see the things that are huge and are talked about more, and then aren't huge and then are talked more later.
A zillion directors over the course of a career, and they can slowly aggregate a style without ever shooting a frame of film. So when it comes their time to step up to the plate, oh, they can knock it out the park. And Bill Duke did that with Deep Cover.
I've heard so much Arnold lines. I've listened to a soundboard for Arnold so many thousands of times. The only thing I have to say there is, "You blew my cover!" Every time I hear the word cover, I hear Arnold yelling, "You blew my cover." So thank you, soundboard, for polluting my brain with something over and over and over again that I have to think of it arbitrarily for no reason. Thank you. Thank you. It's not intrusive at all.
And arrogance, all because I'd never seen anything like it before. And I watched a lot of movies, kids, but arrogance because when I finished watching this, one of the first thoughts I had was, if that counts as a movie, I think I could make a movie.
No.
See Slacker?
I think stuff like that is very positive and very positive for people. I'm streaming because I watched Bakba Soup and said, "Hey, I could do that."
Blame Richard Linklater.
Dude, those are actually some of the best things for people to watch. Like, what's your favorite thing versus the thing that influenced you to do something? I mean, what's actually has more utility? Like, does Prestige or Bakba Soup have more utility for me being a streamer? You know, you got to think in terms of like that, like utility. What is the use? Okay, we are going to sign out. Thank you for coming in.